Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Thursday, the 8th of September. Is everyone doing alright? Everyone making the most of their life? It's a weird one today. Last night it was about 12 o'clock, and I was reading through Facebook, and I was just seeing someone's profile was being I read a message saying it was like, so sorry to hear this. You were such a bright person, you had such a great thing going for you. You'll be sorely missed and all this stuff. And I was like, what the hell? So I went on to their profile, and there's about 20 people posting like R.I.P. You'll be missed, all this stuff to this girl who I used to know. Well, I used to know her. So she was. So I did a study abroad year in Tennessee at MTSU, and before I went over there, I kind of contacted a few people who were also starting off at MTSU the year that I was, just to be like, "Hi, I'm Chris. If you ever want to like meet up and chat about stuff, we're both in the same bag. If you'd like to hang out or something, just making some friends before I got there, And she was one of them, and we kind of Skyped and stuff, and we're talking about like being excited to go to college, and she was finding out about me, I was finding out about her. Nothing in like a kind of boyfriend girlfriend or anything like that. Just kind of friendly, really nice. And then when we got over there, I kind of met up with her just a couple times. But she was on an aerospace program. She graduated a few years ago as a pilot in MTSU's really prestigious aerospace program, and she got a job. So she got a job a few months ago, being a flight instructor somewhere down in Georgia, and she was teaching people how to fly, doing really well. And yesterday, I think she was teaching someone how to come into land, and they were approaching their landing, and this other guy in a plane. Apparently, there's something in aerospace, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. That where there's like a blind spot for a plane, and he was coming into land too or something, and he landed on top of them about however many feet up in the air. And it just completely crashed into them. There was no flames or anything like that, but just I guess the propellers just cut everything up, and they must have fallen out of the sky, and everyone involved died. There was 3 people. She was one of them, and it just really hit me hard. Like someone who I wouldn't consider like a friend, not in that, and I mean that with the most respect. Like I just knew a few things, and we'd always say hi to each other if we passed or something like that, and we talked a bit. But I guess my year, I just made other friends and kind of went that way. She was an absolutely lovely person, really accommodative, and it's just one of those things that like I really still can't believe it. She's someone who, like, and like if you went through everyone on your Facebook, for instance, and you kind of thought, who's not gonna die? Who's gonna make it to their old age? She was just a nice kind of southern girl who didn't really, she was clean living. She didn't have any problems. She was just a lovely, family oriented girl, and such a freak accident. And it just hit me really hard. Like it's only been, I've only known for about 12 hours, and then I just saw the mum, and the freaky thing is, like nowadays with such instant contact, like I don't mean that. Everything I'm going to say now is with the most respect for her and her family, and I mean, no doubt they won't listen to this ever, but for me, kind of, this podcast is definitely to honour, because actually she, her career to come out, for everything I've complained about, for her to come straight out of university and go into pilots course and then on to be a flight instructor. Especially, in the time where like feminists are looking for female role models of stuff, and they just look for friggin' Kim Kardashians. And she was someone who actually, like, how many female flight instructors do you know who come straight out of college and straight into a profession, and have someone else at about all three families who have it's just a freak. It is a freak accident. It's just awful. Like, I just feel terrible. But what's hit me hard about it? I've never really yet known someone until yesterday that has died. Like, who, if you told me, so like both my granddads had died, but they had cancer and stuff, and it was a long, drawn out thing. Another guy from my school died, but his kind of lifestyle, when they told me he died, I was like, oh, yeah, he kind of was he had a bit more of a rad lifestyle. I don't want to disrespect or anything, but whereas she's just a clean living, straight up, lovely family girl, and for that to happen, I'm just gutted. And a couple things I just want to say about that. In terms of how she died, however gruesome it may have been, or however freak it was, as far as like going out the way you want to go, I was thinking this a few days ago, actually, weirdly. If I was to die, how would I like to die? Like, where would you like to die? Because one thing's for certain, in this life, everyone's going to die. How would you, or where would you like to die? I think Tommy Cooper did it right when he literally died on stage in front of an audience. And I'm guessing she's kind of... It's better than being hit by a bus or having a heart attack on the toilet, She's kind of died in the skies where I guess where she feels like she belongs in some, in a spiritual way. It's just such a tragic thing. And then I was thinking, where would I like to? And I was like, at least I can probably speak for her and say that's kind of where she'd probably say. Whereas for me, I'm kind of like, I don't have that yet, which is worrying. And the second thing, it just freaked me out how like immediate life goes on. I read this and then I post stuff about it. I posted something on a Facebook wall, and so does everyone. But then I just go back to my newsfeed and there's just cat videos and breaking news about football transfers and people posting like Subway funny video, and I'm just like, wow. Obviously, that's exactly how you expect it to be, but there's something so hard hitting about just knowing that when you die, if you were to die tomorrow, if you were to be hit by a bus tomorrow, life just goes on, like, but like, I know I say that, and that sounds obvious, but if you stop and think about it for a minute, that life just literally goes on without you. I don't know. Like, you have to think about what kind of legacy you leave. Like, if Robin Williams, everyone remembers his death, or then remember how old he would be on his birthday at a certain age. Same with like Michael Jackson and stuff. But for ordinary people like me and you, it affects us. It affects a little radius, but I don't know, man. It hit me so. It was just so immediate. And what also freaked me out is kind of like, there's something about Facebook that there's something about Facebook that, like, I was reading this thing, I was reading her profile afterwards, and on the 11th of August she updated her profile, or she posted a post on the 5th of September saying, "Oh, I wish I wasn't sick. I'm stuck at home on a sunny day," and I'm just like, that's friggin' 3 days ago. 3 days ago, she was at home posting that status, thinking exactly how, or being exactly how I am now, or existing in the same way I am now. And then 2 days later, she's no longer alive. You know, does that sound crazy, or is that just am I speaking some sense there? Like the thought that I could be making this podcast in 2 days' time, I could be dead from something that it's just I don't know. It just and also just one more thing. Again, don't mean to be disrespectful, but like the fact that 2 days or yesterday, uh, it's just I don't know why I think like this as well. It is dumb. It's probably dumb to say, but just that thought went through my head once. That do you know if I just sent her a message, like if I sent her a message on Facebook, it would have went straight to her phone. And if I sent her a message saying, "No, no, it's so dumb. Don't fly." I don't know. It's yeah, so that's stupid, but that's what I'm thinking at these times. It's just freak. Just God help if like anyone else. Do you know what's terrible as well? Like, imagine if like your significant other, your husband or wife or boyfriend, girlfriend was killed like that, and then all of a sudden like this relationship you have with someone's just stolen away from you. It's not like something you break up with them. It's just literally it's something stolen from you. It's um just must be such a tough thing to go through. God bless the family at the minute. You know, um, it's a harsh thing. And I've not experienced it before. Some kind of, especially just someone who you expected to be, you expected to go places. She was on a roll. She was gonna, God knows, conquer the world, do what she loved to do, and yeah, it's just a tragedy, and so sorry to make this kind of sad podcast, but it just has affected me, not in again, and not in a selfish way to say that like her death has had but it has. It's also made me really think. God, what am I doing today? What difference am I making? Like she was making, and at least she's left a legacy at the place she works with. With the other people she's taught how to fly. What legacy am I making for myself? What if I get hit by a bus in a couple of days? If I do, if I get hit by a bus soon, or if I have a freak accident, or if I die soon, then I don't know. Isn't that horrible? I don't know what to say. If someone was to tell me I was going to die in 3 days, or I don't know. If I'm to die soon, just know that you could have Facebook messaged me and told me not to step out in front of that bus. No, that's. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough thing. It's just such a weird thing. It really is such a weird thing because it's someone you don't expect. Like, there's probably 100 other people that I'd look on my Facebook group and go, if they were to die, then you could probably guess of why they died or how they died. Yeah, fair enough, she was a flight instructor, but really, planes are safe generally. It's just, again, does this bring up the argument for having robots control our transportation? I'll stop there. Just wanted to say, Taylor, you're a really nice person, and in honor of your memory, you were really quite something, quite inspirational. So rest in peace and fly high, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye bye. Tomorrow. Bye bye. Tomorrow.